Tim McMahon thinks, and I don't disagree with him, but this is it's a risky play on the part of Jason Kidd if this is a fact. And I think that Tim McMahon is definitely talking from a place of good information. He doesn't just throw things out there that don't stick, in my opinion. From the work he's done over his entire career, you see a lot of the coaches respect his work, and I think a lot of the people in this industry respect what he does too. So when he's bringing something like this to the table, I think there's information that's legitimate that goes along with it. But he says he thinks that he's trying to break Christian Wood and show him, look, you are not this. You are a piece to the entire puzzle. Luka is a superstar.
Yes, he is.
You are a part of what can get Luka there. You just have to play your role and help us. Jason Kidd's very big on saying participate. He said that about Luka last year whenever he wasn't playing defense. He was like, look, Luka's got to participate on defense. And it's not, hey, Luka's trash out there. It's a very, very small way of saying you got to do your job. But he's now saying that Christian Wood, a guy that they bring in who thinks, and maybe his agent thinks, he should be a starter in the league somewhere, come off the bench, play a six-man role. You can be a star as a six-man. We did it with Jason Terry. You know, they've done the Jalen Brunson.
Manu Ginobili.
Yeah. Jalen Brunson just made a huge contract being a six-man.
Yes, he did.
So you can be a six-man and be successful on this team, but you have to do the stuff that we're asking of you to do. This is a risky play. But do you think that Jason Kidd is trying to get the most and will get the most out of Christian Wood with this kind of approach to him?
I would say that Jason Kidd probably has a better understanding of what was going to make him tick than I do.
Okay.
You know, maybe he has talked to guys around the league, what motivates him, what's the best way to get through to him. I mean, I don't want to sit here. I don't want to fall in the same trap we did with Rick.
Okay.
With
all right.
Carlisle,
this is interesting. I'm interested in this.
With Carlisle, we just said all faith, all blind trust.
He won us a championship, and we gave everything to him.
You know, Randy Galloway says about Bill Parcells, trust in Big Bill.
Yep.
Okay. I don't want to fall in that trap with Jason, because we fell into that trap with Rick. We just trusted in Rick Carlisle. And then what did Rick do to end his career? He hit the under 9 straight years in with season win total. Or he didn't end it like that, but you know what I mean? Like, he hit the under 9 straight seasons after the championship.
In what appears to have, like, devolved into a bad work situation. You know, like the Mavericks their whole relationship fell apart when Vegas Bob came in.
So I don't want to sit here and say that Jason Kidd is you know, immune from any criticism, but you know, he made enough right moves last year to where I'll give him like, all right, I'm just gonna give him a pass here. Like, you know, if this is what he thinks is best, then I'm gonna go along with it for now.
Last year was a surprise to a lot of people that he was able to get that team to do what they did. And I think that's where a lot of people are starting to say, well, we'll put that faith in Jason Kidd. Obviously, this guy was a star in the NBA. He was an all-star in the NBA. He's won a gold medal with the Olympic team. He's won a championship. He's seen multiple different things happen in the NBA. But then he's been knocked as a coach along the way for playing mind games with players when he didn't necessarily need to play mind games with players. Now, Giannis will credit him for playing those mind games and getting the best out of him. And I do wonder if there is a part of Christian Wood that's untapped, that they just haven't. Like the dude last night, for that matter, put in 21 points. He was 10 of 15 from the field last night, gave you 10 rebounds. He has the potential to be a very talented offensive player and a very big part of what you do offensively for this team. But just like with Luka, if you do not do what they need you to do on defense, the team will not succeed. And I think that more than anything, I think that's what they're trying to get Willie Calhoun. Every coach that managed Willie Calhoun would say, you know what? He had a big month or he had a big couple of weeks, and that's great. But you have to prove that you can do it consistently as a big leaguer. The big league guys, if they have that bad streak, it's not going to last very long. if you want to be that guy, you don't just get entitled to the moment. You have to earn it and then keep it while you're there. The Mike Trouts, they put the work in every day and they have that natural ability to do it.
Wait, to what?
To be what they are.
Which is on the DL?
That too, yeah. The Bryce Harpers put in that work every day to be MVPs and season their MVPs and in the World Series. And I think that's I don't mind it because I've had bosses that have really not played mind games with me, but they expected more.
Spittle. Shots fired.
No, yeah, absolutely. Gavin Spills expected more.
Oh, I thought you were saying he plays mind games.
And there were times early in our career with our show where he would challenge us, and we met the challenge, which is why we earned the midday show. It wasn't just given to us. We worked our asses off for that. And that's why we earned that opportunity. And a lot of Tolos have been kick ass going with us every single day. And we appreciate that part of it. But I think that Christian Wood, if he can let his ego, this might be, I said this yesterday. Jason Kidd has a lot of respect for Coach K. Coach K coached that Redeem team. Jason Kidd was part of that Redeem team.
Yeah.
Coach K's philosophy comes from West Point, where in the military, you break somebody down to let them be built back up.
Man, does that still work today, though? Does that work on the modern day player?
The military works every day.
I know.
There are guys that go into the military every day in this environment. I understand. They're making millions of dollars.
They are built differently, and they aren't making millions.
I do wonder if, by the way, that was Tim McMahon. That wasn't Tim Cato on that piece of audio. I had the video of it, so I know it's Tim McMahon.
Are you sure you know what Tim McMahon looks like?
I absolutely.
Okay.
I worked with him over when I was an intern at ESPN. But yeah, I think that this is definitely an ability to you got to. It's a risky play, but you got to have a guy that he's on the last. Like this might be his last chance to really go prove that he deserves a big time contract. Like if he wants to get that big contract, this might be that last shot for him with this team because he's been moved around so many different times. This is kind of the perfect opportunity to do it. A lot of people are concerned, like you, Choppy, that in this day and age you can't do that with players. Mm-hmm. But Jason Kidd just did it kind of last year with a couple of these different guys. So I'm interested to see how Christian Wood responds. If he is going to be a great second player on this team, I think he'll respond appropriately, which means I think he'll respond in a way that will be better for this team. Last night after the game, I saw lots of different people saying that he was talking about how much he loves playing here while he was at the podium. Like talking about how much he loves Jason Kidd. He could be saying all the right things. He's got to be doing all the right things along the process. That's where I think Jason Kidd's monitoring and watching this guy right now.